June 1st, 2023, and here are my 3 free best bets. Let's go. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video for you. I'm on the road right now, so I had to stop off at the charging station, so I'm going to make this quick video for you guys. It's a new month. We've got June here, so hopefully May has gone well for you, and if it didn't, that's okay. What I'm here to let you guys know today is just reset, take some time, recalibrate, and attack this month strong. May was not my best month. I'm not going to lie to you. April, I completely killed the books. May, they got some of the money back, but listen, I'm gonna recover this month and I'm gonna keep stacking it. We're over 500 in all the picks I put out in the video. I try to have a winning day every single day inside the Telegram group. I always try to win. It doesn't always work out that way, but what I want you to do is, if last month was not a good month for you, just take some time to reset, so this way you can attack this month clean, start the slate 0-0 with a fresh mindset, so this way you can get back to that bag and get to that money. All right, guys, so let's recap yesterday real quick. We went 2-1 on the day. We cashed in on the Pirates money line. We also cashed in on Mitch Keller strikeouts. We did end up losing on the two-team steam. We did get the Dodgers and Nationals game over right, but the Jays and the Brewers, they just didn't get us done, so we did lose on our two-team steam there. 2-1 on the day. Year-to-date record, you can see it right here. Still over 500 and everything. Looking to run it up today as we got game 1 of the NBA Finals, so super excited for that. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Share this with somebody that you know who likes to sports bet, so this way we can make some money together, crush the books this entire June, and maybe you can make some extra bread this month so you can go on a trip or you can do something fun. All right, so let's dive into our first best bet. So for my first best bet of the day, like I mentioned, we're diving into the NBA Finals. I'm super excited. We've got the Denver Nuggets versus Miami Heat, and I'm taking the team total over 59.5 points in the first half for the Nuggets, and that's -110, pretty standard on most books. And listen, this is a matchup where I really think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be a complete blowout this series like everyone thinks. I really like the Heat. They're a scrappy team. Now, do I think they're going to win the championship? In all honesty, no, but I do think they have a good chance to put up a great fight. But if you're looking exactly at this game, and especially in the first half, I think the Nuggets are going to come out really strong. They've been rested. They've had 10 days of rest. Sometimes that actually is not that much of an advantage sometimes, just because you're not used to the game speed after so many days off. But truthfully, I think that with the Heat being so fatigued, that this is Denver's matchup to win, and I think they're going to take control of the first half. They've done that every time this playoffs in game 1, and I think they're going to repeat that action again today. The Nuggets have gone over this total in game 1 in the last 2 series. They scored 72 points in game 1 versus the Lakers, 68 points in game 1 versus the Suns. They got, I think, right under 60 against the Timberwolves, but I mean, it's the Timberwolves, let's be honest, okay? They played the Heat twice during the regular season. They scored 60 in the first matchup and 65 in the second matchup, so they went over this total. And during the regular season, they were 5th in the entire NBA, averaging right under 60 points per game in the first half. So all of the numbers are telling us that the Nuggets should be able to jump out on the Heat early, and I think what we've noticed is that the Nuggets understand that the altitude is such an advantage for them, and I think we saw that in that first game against the Lakers, where they were really running the Lakers up and down the court. And considering the Heat are fatigued coming off that game 7, I expect Mike Malone to implement that strategy today. Push the tempo, push the pace to get this game started. Let's tire out the Heat because they're already tired, and as a result, we should be able to get over 59.5 first half points. So let's cash that as my first best bet of the day. For my second best bet, I'm also staying on the hardwood, and I like Caleb Martin over 15.5 points. I've seen -120 on FanDuel. Now listen, if you were not tapped into the Eastern Conference Finals on this bet, like, you missed out on some really, really good money. I'm just mad at myself that I got onto it kind of late. I started taking this bet probably game 4 or game 5, and he went over his points total in every single game last series. 7 for 7 did he cash in on his over in his points, and I really want to keep that momentum going today. And truthfully, I thought he should have been the Eastern Conference MVP because Caleb Martin has been playing really, really well for the Heat. Truthfully, he's been their second best player behind Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy's Jimmy, so you know he's going to show up. And one thing that I really love to see is when you have a young man like Caleb Martin who has that confidence when he's a hooper and he's feeling good, like, you can see the type of shots that he's taking. Step backs, he's doing crossovers, he's aggressive to the rim, stretching the floor at the three-pointer. three-pointer, hitting some mid-ranges. That lets you know that he's confident in his game right now. And as a young player, there's no better feeling than being confident in your playmaking and confident in just your overall game. Now, don't get me wrong. I think there is going to be some pressure in this NBA Finals, not just because it's the finals, but because I think the Nuggets understand that they have to lock in on Caleb Martin, and he's a threat. But this is the thing. I think Caleb Martin still is going to have a lot of looks. He averaged over 35 minutes per game since he got included in the starting lineups, and that happened during the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Knicks. I think he got included in the starting lineup in game 5 or 6 in that series. So he's been averaging a lot of minutes. So if he's on the floor, I'm expecting shot attempts to go up. And he's also gone over the total of 15.5 points in 5 of his last 6, including that 20-point outburst in the last 2 games and 25 points that he had in game 2 against Boston. So I think all the numbers are telling us Caleb Martin should be able to keep the momentum going. And Jimmy Butler did tweak his ankle in that last game as well. So that means I don't know if he's going to be as aggressive as we're used to seeing, or at least at 100%. The scoring's going to have to come from somewhere. Bam hasn't been all the way consistent. So I think Caleb Martin has proven himself to be the best second reliable option on this Heat here. So give me his over 15.5 points as my second best bet of the day. Now, for my final best bet of the day, I am going to a 2-team parlay here, and I'm taking the Nuggets minus 3.5, and I'm parlaying that with the Astros on the money line, and that gets us to about minus 102 odds. Now, like I mentioned before, I really do think that the Nuggets are going to win this series. I think they win this game. They're the best team in the league. Now, I just can't lay the 9 points with the Nuggets. I'm sorry. Do I think they cover? Yes. Do all the trends and all the numbers say they should cover? Yes. But we know the Heat are scrappy. We know they're going to claw. We know they're going to fight. Do they get blown out in this matchup? Maybe, but like I mentioned earlier, after 10 days of rest, they could come off a little sluggish, right? I do believe they can get this win, not just because Jimmy Butler's hurt, but just because of how the Nuggets have done in game 1 so far in the playoffs. They've controlled every single game 1 because they want to defend the home court and set the tone for the entire series. The Timberwolves, in that series, they won game 1 by 21. In the second series against the Suns, they won game 1 by 18. And then in the third series against the Lakers, they won game 1 by 6. So because of that, I think the Nuggets are going to come out strong. The Heat are going to have to adjust to the way that this team plays. The Heat can't switch the screens like they did against the Celtics because the Nuggets can exploit that. They have several ball handlers, several guys who can drive to the rim. Aaron Gordon should be the main guy guarding Jimmy Butler, so that should be extra pressure as well for him and help alleviate some of the scoring that Butler might be able to bring to the table. And then also, I think the Heat just are looking for a little bit of rest here because they got it done in game 7, which was a big sigh of relief after they almost blew that 3-0 lead. And if you look at the stats, the trends, and the angles, everything says to take the Nuggets in this matchup. Historically, if you take out first round playoff matchups where one team has had a week or more off, playing against a team that has 1 to 3 days off, those teams are 17-5 against the spread. And then teams that are coming off of game 7 are an awful 33-53 straight up, just winning 38% of the time in game 1 since 1988. So if you look at that trend, that tells us teams that are coming off of game 7 and now have to go play game 1, not even a game 1 in Denver, which the altitude is a problem. The numbers are telling us that it's a fade that team. So because of that, I'm going to fade the Heat today. I'm taking the Nuggets on a tease down line as my first bet in the parlay. And if I go to the second matchup, I'm going with the Astros here because we have Framber Valdez on the mound and he's going against Reed Detmers for the Angels. And Valdez has been in really, really great form. He's coming off back-to-back starts, one where he pitched a complete game shutout, and the second game he went 6 innings. He gave up 1 earned run. Both of those matchups were against the A's, which are one of the weaker lineups in baseball, but 15 innings of 1 earned run baseball, I could really like that, and that's a pitcher that I want to back. And then when you see Reed Detmers on the other side for the Angels, he has not been in the best form. He has a 4.93 ERA, and in his last game against the Marlins, he gave up 10 hits, despite only giving up 3 earned runs. 10 hits, that's a lot of base runners, and he also gave up a home run in that matchup. And another thing that I noticed is that the Angels have lost 4 of the last 5 matchups with Detmers starting, including losing those games on the run line as well. So all the numbers are saying to go with the better starting pitcher here, and the Astros now have Altuve back in the lineup, so that offense is rejuvenated. So give me the Astros on the money line here, parlaying that with the Nuggets minus 3.5 as my third best bet of the day. Get to really good odds there, minus 102 or so as my last best bet. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Hopefully we can get some more wins today, run up the board. As always, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the Telegram group. Can't wait to see y'all make some money, dictate your fate, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later.